Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. It's a Thursday, and it's another day of Cooped Up Live. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you're here. So, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Before we get rolling, let me go ahead and throw the banners up. If you go to coopedup.com, you can sign up for my email updates. Little nuggets, special nuggets that I send you of love from like vacations and stuff like that. And then I'm on major social channels at I'm Cooped Up. Instagram and TikTok, even though I don't do anything there yet. You can still follow me. And then I'll see you, and then I'll follow you, and then we'll have something to look at. I've only looked at it twice, though. So, and cheers. And my sister's saying, it's her Friday. It's mine, too. Actually, I'm taking the day off tomorrow. I will actually not be here tomorrow, by the way. Just full warning, because we are pulling out, headed to Hot Springs tomorrow. We're going to leave in the afternoon. Todd's got work in the morning. But we're going to be headed to Hot Springs. And then after that, we're headed to the Nashville area, Antioch, Tennessee. And then we'll be in North Carolina the day after that on Sunday, just in time for happy hour. So have a great weekend, y'all. With that, I'm going to say bye. Just kidding. I love you. I want you to know you are loved. So anyway, and today we're also going to do some Ask Me Anything. So I have a couple things to talk about. But we're going to do some Ask Me Anything as well. So you can ask it in the comments, and I will see them and answer them, hopefully, if I want to, if I choose to. You know, I'll say if they're not too personal, but I've told you all so much shit that I don't think there's a line for me to cross at this point. We've been together for so long through all this pandemic. And Monica's asking if we'll stay in the camper while we are there. No, the camper is actually, funny enough, the camper is going to go be serviced while we are there. It's going to have an oil change on both the engine and the generator. It's going to have some work done on the suspension, I think, a couple of other just little things. There's a little mechanic shop that they take all their cars to just down the street. We tried to get it done in between our last trip and this one, and all of the mechanics here are just booked solid for that work on RVs. You know, Camping World specifically, they said their earliest appointment is like September 28th or something ridiculous like that. So, I am sweaty too. I had to go up to my office earlier to water the plants and get everything ready. And I ended up it took way too long. I have the air turned up there to like 88 degrees since no one's there. I'm not paying for the air conditioner to be going off. And then, so I walk in and I'm like, why does it smell so bad in here? And I didn't notice it for like 5 minutes. Turns out I had cat shit on my shoe, and I was just smearing it all everywhere. So first of all, I had to clean up cat shit. And you know, that is the worst. It's worse than dog. It's worse than anything. It's the worst. And then all the plants I needed to water, I had to put the little watering spikes in them, those little clay things I showed y'all the other day. Yeah. And Mike's saying Camping World is the last place. We were just looking, the mechanic we actually had lined up was going to do it, and then he couldn't do it because his son got COVID-19 and was in the hospital or something. So anyway, we just looked at Camping World as kind of a backup. But anyway, back to my office. So I got all the plants together, pulled them all together so they could share like a watering bowl and all of that. And and I had to recharge the security doorbell. You know, those Ring doorbells, they just, from one day to the next, it's like, hey, everything's great, dead. Everything's great, dead. So I had to go do that, and it takes like 30 minutes to charge. And so I was a sweaty mess when I got back. So I actually took a shower. I just got out of the shower maybe about an hour ago and had an important conference call. And now I'm here talking to you. And Todd's away right now. He drove down to Mansfield, which is a suburb of this area south of Arlington, to go get Bernadette. And he's bringing her back. So we were able to leave one of the cars in the cover. It's covered locked like a big storage shed with power plugs and all that in it. And so he went to get her and bringing her back, and we're going to give her a nice wash tonight. He bought this foam gun of some sort. I don't know. Foam gun, I think is what it said. And we're going to wash her. We're going to get her cleaned up, sparkly and shiny, so we can show her off to my in-laws. So anyway, something weird that is happening, and I was talking about this earlier, is on my own personal Facebook, was the number of ads I have started seeing for wills. I'm like, does Facebook know something I don't know yet? Oh my goodness. I was like, okay. And so I think what it is that And so someone mentioned this as a joke, but I think that there is truth to it. So part of it was that I was talking about it a lot yesterday, death specifically yesterday. And then the other thing is a friend of mine who's an attorney, Lori Birch, is starting to advertise big time. I'm getting a lot of her ads, which obviously then probably has triggered Facebook to think, oh, she thinks he wants to know about Will, so let's show him other Will stuff. And so I am getting all kinds of stuff. So yeah, wills. I was like, ooh, am I in danger, girl? Do I need to worry about something? We got a will. We got a will and a power of attorney for finances, a power of attorney for healthcare decisions, and a medical directive for like do not resuscitate and donating and cremating and all that kind of stuff. But again, real, I'm not helping my case here with the keywords that are showing up now on that. Let's see. Eric is saying, would I consider doing a Zoom call one day with your 10s and 20s of friends so we could all see each other? Maybe only the people who sign up for your newsletter. Good idea. I like that. I spend more of my time with some of the people on this every day than I do with my own family. I will do that. And I think actually even on this, I think on this Facebook Live, I am able to bring in like 18 people, but it's not private. So I can do a Zoom if, just a little members only. So, hey, that's it. We're going to do it. Members only. Go to coopedup.com, sign up for my email updates. If you're on the list, you will get an invite to the private party. Look at you. You're so good. Eric is like a master fundraiser for big time national Democrats and local. So, of course, you're full of the great ideas on doing that. And Sarah is saying, won't the neighborhood Karen be happy to see Bernadette return? I want to draw a big old one of these on the outside of it and say, hey, Karen. We're going to, and we now know the lesson. You got to move it 5 inches every 24 hours. Not 5 inches, but enough that they can see that it's moved. And like, I'm just going to take pictures of where it is also. I think we're going to try to cram it into our driveway also. If we're washing it, we can't wash it on the street. I think that's illegal. And so we're going to wash it in the driveway anyway. So, and Leslie's asking, have you noticed that people seem especially pissy this week? Even though my company is work from home, it feels like we're as dysfunctional of a family or a dysfunctional family who spent too much time together, snappy emails, etc. Why? I agree. I feel like this has been a really long week. Not necessarily anything specific, but it just feels like it's been going on forever. Like I feel like ever, and maybe I'm just tired of it. The heat probably doesn't help. The insane allergies probably doesn't help. And I don't respond well to per my previous email situation. I don't do that to people. I just ask a question. But I also am very direct on emails. I don't do like the I'm just checking in to see if you just do this. I'm like, where are we on this? Like that's the entire body of my email. Where are we on this? So, and Aaron's finalizing their will and trust with Lori Birch next week. Awesome. Trust. You want to do a trust also? Good for you. You got the monies. And Crystal's asking, did I read what I commented on that post? She's still freaked out. So Crystal posted on my personal post that she was checking a coupon that was in like a drawer or something for Just Bundt cakes, right? She got a coupon for them and wanted to see when the expiration date was going to be. Did not talk about it, did not mention it, did not say it to somebody else. Literally opened a drawer, looked to check the expiration date. 2 hours later, ads for Just Bundt cakes showed up. I have a theory on that. I think that they're actually probably pretty damn smart on their social media marketing. So they probably know, they probably have in their Salesforce system or whatever. Salesforce is the one that a lot of people use. They probably know that they sent you a coupon and they know that the coupon is coming up within the expiration dates within the next month or so. Let's say I assume that you're checking it because you think it might be coming up. So they then in turn start marketing to you because they know that people use coupons mostly within the last 15 to 30 days or whatever the number is of they redeem them within that of prior to the expiration date. There's like a rush. So they probably had you on target because today, what is today, the 16th? So it is the second, is that what the day is? I'm not wearing my watch. Today's the 16th, right? Yeah. So probably your coupon expires at the end of the month. I'm just predicting this. and it's the second half of the month. So they said from the 16th on, we're going to advertise to all the people who got the coupon that expires on July 31st. And we're going to do it on all like news channels, social, all that, because they have tools where they can target you that way based on your email address or any other information that they have on you. That is my prediction on that. So that you totally played into what they do by checking that expiration date. They knew that you had it and was about to expire. Does that make sense? They see you, seeing them, seeing you, seeing them, seeing you, seeing them, seeing you. I don't know if that's the right order, but and Sandy says she'll do a Zoom. Awesome. I assume that's what Matt Jacob is talking about also. And I never use the word just in an email. I think it's the worst word. I think that there are a few words that people should not use. I actively tell my staff, who are all women, I have one man, mostly women though in my industry, that do not use the word just. It weakens the sentence. And so just say say what you want to say. So anytime you write just, think of it. If you delete it, what does that sentence look like? Also, you don't have to put an exclamation mark to show that I'm friendly, but then a period to show that I'm serious, and another period to show I'm still serious, but then an exclamation mark to show that I'm still friendly and I'm ending this on a good note. You don't have to do all that business either. I don't like long emails. I don't like overly perky emails. I literally am just like, if I said I'm going to do something for you and I emailed you that and you follow up, simply say, where are we on this? What's the latest? How can I help you get this across the finish line? Those types of things. So just is a word that I don't like. I don't like should. I think people should. I say this all the time. People should themselves to death. I think that there's nothing. It's a hateful word. You should do this. You should do that. You should. It's a very judgmental phrase. So I think that in most cases, should is a word that you should not use. And there's a couple of others like that. Hey there, my porch party of 2 starts at 5, so wine until then. So no wine until then. Damn it. Well, you're going to have fun at 5 o'clock, Michelle. And Kim thinks it's because the heat and humidity is getting to us. We all need to get into the great outdoors, but it's too hot for that. It's too miserable. So, and Leslie's saying she's guilty of, I assume that's the gist and all of that. So, and Crystal is confirming it expires on the 31st. I was so freaked out that it happened within an hour of looking at the coupon. They know us. Creatures of habit. Americans, just humans in general, it's not that hard to figure us out. Like, I think that's what all these systems have figured out. So that is my prediction on that. And if it makes you sleep better at night, there's that as well. So what else? Oh, I read an article about, was 2 articles I read. One, the Golden Girls house is for sale. Isn't that cool? So it's not actually the house. So it's the house that is supposed to be the outside of their house. In the show, it's on Richmond Lane in Miami. In real life, that house is located in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles, and it is for sale now. And they only used the exterior of it. And then after like 2 seasons, I think, this is news-ish, so it may or may not be correct, they built a replica of it, and so they could film the replica of it. And I've seen one. It's actually 2 of them, one in Los Angeles and one at Orlando in MGM Studios. And I saw that one. I think, Monica, were you there on one of those trips? No, actually, I think it was the trip you did not go on when you were in high school. And you could see the outside of the house on one of the studio tours, which they demolished it. They don't do that anymore. But it's $3 million. The inside looks absolutely nothing like the Golden Girls house. It's all mid-century modern, open concept. The kitchen is hideous. It's like avocado green, real modern, a lot of IKEA-looking stuff in it. But the back lanai is gorgeous as well. It's Los Angeles, so of course it's going to be beautiful to be outside. So, but I thought that was interesting, and actually I posted a story about that on one of the companies I own is He Said Magazine. So hesaidmag.com did it, and it is the top story of the last 2 days. It's going crazy, thousands and thousands of hits on that one story alone. And I posted it like 6:00 last night also. So it's getting up there. And I've since seen it in it was in the Wall Street Journal today. It was in, not because I reported it, someone sent it to me from another thing. Michelle is saying, can I ask you what's your bank account password? I don't know, actually, Michelle, because I use a password manager and it creates the most complicated passwords ever that I couldn't even read it out to you. It's probably a string of 16 numbers, letters, punctuation, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, the other thing I saw, Wall Street Journal did an article asking, is the pandemic spelling the end of helicopter parenting? God, I hope so. So they were talking about to these really high-strung parents about how they're now more lenient with their kids now that they're home all the time with them, and they're just like, get the fuck out. I don't care if you get murdered. Get out of my house. And this woman was in it. She was like, I've never let my child even ride out of my eyesight, like further down the street than I can see. By the way, this kid is like 12 years old, so older than my kids. And she was like, now I let him ride into town. Like it's funny that I think that people are too afraid of what's going to happen to their kids. I mean, I say this all the time. American children in particular are safer than they have ever been in the history of the United States of America. If your kids are going to get murdered or abused or kidnapped, you, your spouse, your estranged spouse's parents are the ones who are going to do it. Like 99, maybe 95, again, news-ish, high 90s% of the time, the call is coming from inside the house. It is someone who is already in your circle that you already trust. Stranger danger is largely not a thing. And so people, I think, just get freaked out because we see it. We see a kid got kidnapped in Sweden. It's like, and it makes it seem like it's next door. And Christina's saying is the new parenting trend called free range parenting. I hope so. I am proudly a free range parent. I'm like, just go outside. Just don't get run over. I have boundaries. Don't cross this street and don't cross that street. Anywhere else is game. My kids don't really do it that much, but all that. And Crystal's saying you didn't get the vacation photos. I wonder I'll look at when you signed up. Did anyone else not? I saw that like a bunch of dozens of y'all got vacation photos. So, and Dave is saying we pay our kids to leave our house. That might work. We're actually upping, and my sister's saying, remember when we walked across Houston to buy a Mother's Day gift? Yeah, our mother invented, who's on right now, she owns the patent to free range parenting, and I am grateful for it. Like I am a stronger person for it. So, and Crystal, I'll check on that and I'll resend it to you, girl. It's fine. And what else? That's actually all I had to talk about. Let's see if y'all have any what questions y'all have. Any other questions? Ask me anything. Oh, someone asked, did I buy anything new for Bernadette? So we did buy I bought a new, that instead of a sofa, it's got a day bed, which at first I was kind of like, ugh, I don't like that. But now I love it because it's so comfy. Makes a lot more sense than just a leather diaper of a sofa. Some of these leather sofas just look like one of those diapers that you find in the Target parking lot that's been used and left. And so they put this day bed in, and I don't like the cover, so I bought a new cover for it, a new just navy blue quilted to go with the kind of the Southwestern theme that is on the rest of it. And then what else? Todd bought this like spray gun thing. I think we bought a bike rack, or we're going to buy a bike rack so we can take the kids' bikes with us. What else? I bought a clock. Funny enough, it does not have a clock in the whole fucking thing. And so our Garmin, so it comes with a Garmin, and at first we were like, who's going to use that? Turns out it's great because it helps you avoid U-turns, switchbacks, and low crossings. It knows exactly the size of your RV. You put that into it when you set it up. And so it helps you avoid those situations. Save the day. Because otherwise we would have hit a U-turn actually had we not done that. And you can't U-turn for shit. She's not a U-turn kind of girl. But so on that Garmin, it tells you how many miles are left and what time you're going to get somewhere. But nowhere on that Garmin or on the dashboard does it tell you what time it is. So it's like, you'll be there at 3:45. And I'm like, well, what fucking time is it right now? Is it 2:45? Is it 11:45? Like, I don't know what time it is. So we bought a little clock. We had to research clocks. So because it had to be something that it couldn't just be a regular digital clock, because those get too hot and they kind of melt, or the screen gets all distorted and stuff. And so we had to find one, and I don't even know which one we ordered. Todd ordered it, but I know we have it. We have a stack of stuff that we got to put in there. I didn't do an OGP today. I just did a little GP because I got a lot to do tonight, getting her ready to go tomorrow. Allison, I was just thinking about you earlier today that I have not seen you in a while, and I was legitimately going to message you and say, hey, how you doing, girl? Where you been? How's it going? Hope you're doing okay. Before your vacation, you mentioned gay-friendly campgrounds. Explain to me what issues you may have encountered in an unfriendly campground. We actually did not have a single unfriendly campground. We actually had, it was a lot of like Trump flags and stuff that we saw, but everyone was nice. I think that most people are nice. And these days, most people don't fuck with you either. And also we're not smoochy, huggy types either. Like we never have been. But I think also gays of a certain age just don't do that in public or private if you've been married for 21 years and have 2 children. But we were concerned about that a little bit. Funny enough, it was the opposite extreme. Like we were in Oklahoma at this tiny little place called like Arrowhead State Park or something like that. Can't remember the exact name of it. It's in southeastern Oklahoma. And we're there, and this little woman waddled over to us and said, hey, aren't you boys so sweet? You boys, kept talking to us, which is code. Country people use that as code for you gay boys. But hey, you boys, you sweet boys. And it was talking to us and kept like, hey, if you boys need anything, just let us know. If you boys, And then there was another one, an older couple when we were in South Dakota, who at first you could tell were like, you could see the arithmetic and the slide rule being broken out to try to figure out the situation. But once they did, they were really, really sweet. And it's almost sometimes like, you know how people who are like, I can't be racist, I got a black friend. There's a lot of that, like, oh, I want to tell you all about the gays in my life too. Like, I know gays. Do you know? Hey, my cousin is gay, lives in Minnesota. Do you know him? I was like, let me check the newsletter, the directory. No, actually, I don't know him. Chances are I actually do, but that's a whole other story. Did I talk about the Twitter hack already? Christine is asking. I have not. I actually don't. I have had such a shit show of a day today. I had a client announce something this morning that I had not been made aware of yet, that we had to quickly write a press release about. It was like a big thing. So did all that this morning so I could go off to approvals and all of that. And then I had a conference call with a bank about a loan thing that we're working on for something else, and all of this. And then I'm trying to do laundry in the middle. Oh, and I watched a couple of master classes today too. Erin, I'm back on the train. Finished the RuPaul one, and I'm now on to Anna Wintour. Watching her. If there's a role model for how to treat people, it's Anna Wintour. And that's basically what the whole series is about, which is kind of comical. So I actually don't know. I saw that like a lot of really big brands got their Twitter accounts hacked and were posting messages or something. And they were all verified accounts, like Barack Obama's and Microsoft. And who else was it? I can't remember all the rest of them, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm not on Twitter. I hate it. I think it's all negativity. I think it is people trying to one-up each other with their little quips because you only got 140 words. I feel like it's a lot of shouting into the universe. Like, I don't feel like it's very, like, I love Facebook because I can post something and then I see someone comment and then the friends are commenting with each other. And maybe you do that in Twitter and I just am not aware of it. But I like seeing kind of the whole dialogue and the whole conversation and the whole interaction going on. Whereas I feel like on Twitter, it's just, I'm going to shout this out into the world. And then I'm going to walk away. That's how and it just feels very self-centered in a way. I mean, I guess Facebook is pretty self-centered too, but you know what I mean? So I'm technically on Twitter, but I don't actually do it. I couldn't tell you the last time I opened it. Michelle's saying I've worked in the entertainment industry since 1969, both in LA and Dallas. You are made to be the host of a show, so don't ever stop doing this. Thank you. I've always said that I'm a performer. I don't know what that looks like if I was going to be a performer in the sense of like actual acting or whatever. I'm not a great singer. I enjoy singing a lot, but I'm not a great singer. I sing like a lounge singer. I can probably work on that. I was thinking about going into politics. That's a whole form of performance art as well, if you will. And so I don't know. I wanted to be a broadcast journalist. So I think that it's natural to me. It's who I am. I appreciate you saying that, recognizing that. But we'll see where this goes. I don't know. Maybe I'll be a star someday. I always joke with the kids. I was like, well, since I'm famous, and then blah, blah, blah. And they're like, Daddy, you're not famous. I was like, girl, people know me. And I say girl to everybody, by the way. What else? Sandy's saying, wait, don't you know all the gays? Some people think it's the truth. Some people also think that there's no such thing as a gay mafia. I didn't say anything about anything. Anyway, and Crystal's saying, do you still think Masterclass is worth it? Well, Aaron is actually who I share a buy one, get one free membership with, and he is like rocking it out. I don't know, lately. I find them very enjoyable. I've actually started watching them while I fold clothes. I'll put it on my iPad and do it while I'm folding clothes. I learn things. Sometimes it's just seeing the celebrity and like getting to know them a little bit more. Sometimes it's actually like legit stuff. The RuPaul one is very inspirational and like very kind of Oprah-ish in a way. And so you don't actually learn a lot other than just like believe in yourself and find your tribe and all that stuff. But it was very good. Good. Gary's saying, man, something in the air today. I've had a shit show day too. Feel like I've been shot out of a cannon since 9 a.m. Girl, me too. And this is not getting any smaller. And I'm not going anywhere to get anything. So, and Jeff Bezos, Christine is saying, also got hacked. What else? Christine asked if I ever done a TED Talk. I've not. I got invited to do one and I was not able to do it. And now I don't like the TED Talks that much. I find at first I thought they were like neat and original, but now I feel like they're so like they all seem the same to me. They're like, take 5 steps this way with your hands behind your back and nod knowingly, and then make your point. And then the slide will come up and people will laugh and then you will be proud of yourself. And then like, I don't know, it feels very self-important to me. So I don't know that, I think I'm too irreverent to do a TED Talk. And I think I say too many cuss words too. So, and Linda's saying, don't ever call me girl or girl. I call everybody girl, boys, girls, men, women, whatever. So, I think we should play Cooped Up Truth or Dare. I can lie. Only a few people. My sister would probably know the truth because she and I kind of know everything about each other. So, and Stephanie is saying you could definitely go into the entertainment field. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Oh, no. Not me. What? No. And Aaron's currently watching Ron Finley's masterclass on gardening and loving it. I'll have to look up that one because I want to know more about gardening. I started watching the one on interior design and I didn't like it that much, so I bailed on it. So I don't know if I need to continue it, but I felt it like it was already stuff that was in my DNA. Like I already know all of the, like, take inspiration from your closet. Well, no shit, it's stuff I like. Maybe straight people need to hear these things though. Anyway, what else was I going to say? That's all I got on my cards. My card there. Throw that out the window. Let's see if anyone else is saying anything. By the way, also, I was telling you, I've been playing with something. I'm going through, and this sounds super self-serving, but it makes sense. I'm going through some old episodes, and I've got this really cool software that lets me turn them into podcasts. So if you want to listen to me in the car, it's old. It's Cooped Up Classics, if you will. The podcast is called Just Add Salt, and I'm going to play some of the old ones on there. So I started editing them. I have this, it's called Soundtrap, I think is what it's called. And what you do is you download the audio from the video, so from this, into it, and then it transcripts it, and I can edit it without even having to go into editing software stuff. Like I can erase a whole sentence from it. Like, so if For example, I say, hey, look at this. Doesn't this look so pretty? Blah, blah, blah. I would obviously not put that in a podcast because that doesn't make any sense in a podcast. So I can just eliminate that sentence from the closed captioning from the transcript, and it just deletes it, and it's gone, and it fuses it back together, and it sounds great. So I am very impressed with it. So I'm going to do that. I'll let you know when they launch. You know, the cooped up media empire is taking shape, y'all. So don't forget, speaking of, I'm going to start wrapping this up. Don't forget to go to Cooped Up to sign up for my email updates. I send just random things. I'm going to check on Crystal. I'm going to check for you why you didn't get it. And then also, I'm going to do an invite-only little Zoom happy hour coming up soon. I don't know exactly when. We're going to be in the land of no internet for the 2 weeks, so hopefully I can make it work the next 2 weeks. Kind of lost some of y'all over that. I missed the people we lost. Glad to have some of you back, though. And then in the meantime, go follow me on Instagram too. TikTok you can. Instagram, I need the followers there. I need to get my little blue check mark or whatever it is there. So, Carrie's asking what's the name of that software again. I think it's called Soundtrap. I'll send it to you. I'm sure I have a referral link I can get you to for that. So it's really easy to use. I've been a subscriber for like a year, used it twice. And with that, I'm going to say bye. I love you. You are loved, and I love that you watch this. It's cheaper than therapy. Thank you. I won't be here tomorrow, so I'll see you hopefully on Monday at 4:15. In the meantime, stay cool, stay inside, stay away from people, wear a mask, don't commit murder-suicide, no domestic abuse, take care of your babies, all of that. And what else do I always say? That's all I can remember. Don't forget. And I will keep you posted on my travels. In the meantime, I will talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye. Now let's turn this damn thing off. Bye.